My name is Fatma Maroof. I'm a professor at Texas A&M University School of Law, and I direct the Immigrant Rights Clinic there.
My name is Bryn, and I am an assistant professor of bioethics at Texas A&M School of Medicine. I was raised Mormon in a small town in Utah, and my family had a cattle ranch.
I grew up in Palo Alto, California. My father's Egyptian, my mom's Turkish. They came to the U.S. to go to grad school and settled down in the Bay Area. People probably don't think of Mormons and Muslims as very similar, but I think they're both very family-focused. We were very lucky that our families were able to adapt to our both being gay. I don't think our families really anticipated seeing that. Bryn's grandmother has been so welcoming and wonderful, despite having grown up very differently. I never thought I would get married. I didn't really think that would be part of my life. And I certainly didn't think I would get married surrounded by all this family, and I didn't think I'd get married to a Mormon girl in Utah. So, a lot of unexpecteds.
Good unexpected.
Yeah, good unexpected.
Fatma's family grew by like 300 that day.
So that was really wonderful.
There are so many things about Fatma that would make her a good parent. She's so loving and she's so supportive, and she's also just fun. And I say we have accidental adventures all the time.
Every baby or child we've ever met loves Bryn. Our nieces and nephews are all in love with Bryn. They just are drawn to her by some magnetic instinct, I think. She and my nephew play on their guitar together all the time. He gets on FaceTime and jams with her.
Long distance
band practice to Boston. We've really thought a lot about adopting, fostering kids, and I think we'd really welcome that. We're fine having an older child. I know a lot of people want a baby, and there's so many older kids that need a home. I always wanted to have children. I just kind of assumed that a family would happen, and I didn't really anticipate some of the challenges that could be involved. When they said, we don't mirror the Holy Family, we just didn't even know really what was that supposed to mean. Like, what does the Holy Family look like? We feel like all families are holy families.
I think for me personally, it was just such an insult. I couldn't quite believe it was true. And then I think the grief sort of set in that, gosh, this might be so much more difficult than I thought. Maybe that's naive, but that there was no overcoming this.
I think as an attorney who works with refugee kids and unaccompanied minors, I know that a lot of these kids, especially the unaccompanied minors coming from Central America, have gone through hell to get to the U.S., and I've seen firsthand their need to find families here, how they've often been separated from their parents or entire families. When there's so many kids out there who need a loving home, and there's such a shortage of foster families in Texas in general, that to be turned away just because of our sexual orientation seemed very short-sighted. It doesn't take into account the diversity of refugees that are coming in, what their religions are, what their cultural backgrounds are, and how we might actually be a pretty good fit for some of those kids.
We're sort of, uniquely suited to embrace a child from a different religion, right? I think we are prepared for a long-term commitment of something that might be difficult.
There are a lot of LGBT children who are coming as refugees who get refugee status because of their sexual orientation or gender identity. To say that you can't have families of certain sexual orientations or gender identities to be foster parents to them when they themselves may have gotten refugee status for that reason is really sending those kids a mixed message that they're not okay the way they are.
It's not just us who are being denied something, right? It's the child or that particular sibling set is also being denied.
One of the reasons we wanted to move forward with this case was because of all the other LGBT parents who could be impacted, and especially, like Bryn just said, all of the children who could be impacted by this as well.